Gunman in the Bronx shooting that put 2 children in the line of fire is in custody.
CBS 2's Kieran Dillon live tonight in the Mount Eden section of the Bronx with more on that. Kieran?
Dana and Jessica, officers just walked the suspect out of the 44th precinct here in the Bronx a short while ago. Police have identified him as 27-year-old Michael Lopez. He's now facing a slew of charges. Michael Lopez held his head up as he was escorted by detectives out of the 44th precinct in the Bronx. Sources tell us the 27-year-old has a gang affiliation and is well known to police with a lengthy previous rap sheet.
He has 5 prior arrests. He's on parole for an attempted murder. Well, we know he's a gang member, and that's one of the things we are looking into. The investigation is still early, but he's a gang member with a gun on parole.
The NYPD announced the arrest at a press conference late Friday. This after surveillance video shows a suspect blast bullets at a 24-year-old man in the Mount Eden neighborhood last Thursday evening. 2 children who were walking nearby were caught in the commotion. In the video, you can see the 13-year-old girl Mia grab her 5-year-old brother Christian to shield him.
The images of a 13-year-old girl shielding her 5-year-old brother from bullets fired by a gunman in broad daylight on a Thursday afternoon. That heart-wrenching video was seen around the world.
Sources say Lopez has a gang affiliation to the Make It Happen boys. He has 5 prior arrests, including 1 for attempted murder. He now faces multiple counts of attempted murder, assault, criminal use of a firearm, and reckless endangerment related to this case. People who live in the neighborhood are thrilled with the arrest.
Feel safer. Kids is sacred. They shouldn't have to go through that.
I'm glad they caught him. That's all I can say. I'm glad they caught him.
Meanwhile, police say the 24-year-old male victim made his own way to the hospital in stable condition. Earlier this week, we heard from the parents of the children. They were not seriously injured, but parents Diana and Christian say they remain frightened. The father tells us his son has bruises everywhere and is traumatized. He doesn't sleep and noise scares him. His daughter is also sleeping next to him. So police say they are still looking for a male accomplice in connection to this case. Anyone with information is asked to call them. We're live tonight in the Mount Eden section of the Bronx. Kieran Dillon, CBS 2 News.
All right, Kieran, thank you.
You're not a dish.
Okay, so y'all just heard that right there, and I never got an opportunity to actually do a video about this particular story because it happened, I want to say last week is when it happened, and I think Harvey did a video about this on his channel. Because I remember seeing this picture right here on the right. And the reason I'm doing this video is because they finally revealed who it was. So it's not like I didn't know about this story, but I wanted to wait and see if they was going to catch the suspect. And sure enough, they did. And I found out that they did on Instagram yesterday because someone had posted up a clip on their page of the guy being escorted out of the building he was in cuffs. And then I looked at it, and because the person who posted it, they kind of left a vague description. They didn't say who it was. And then I saw to myself, I said, is that the guy who did the shooting around them kids in New York? And they was like, yep. And I was like, oh, okay. So now I'm definitely going to do a video about it because now we know who it is. So this is the guy right here on the left, in the left picture. His name is Michael Lopez, and this happened in the Bronx. And you can see right there on the right, that's him wearing all black with the gun pointed, and he was shooting at the guy in the red. And you can tell this guy's a horrible shot because I don't think the guy in the red even got shot. I think he just had like some bruises from when he fell. So basically what happened was, because I'm not going to play the video, what happened was you had this person right here in the red running away from this guy right here. And when he ran, you know, when you are running, you don't see anything or running from someone who's shooting at you. You don't really see a lot of things in your vision because you're in a panic mode. And he ran and bumped into these 2 girls who was walking from the store, or these 2 kids that was walking from the store. I'm sorry, because one is a girl and one is a boy. And he bumped into them, and then he came around and he started shooting. He literally did not care that there were 2 children in his sight and just started blasting at this guy. And luckily he's such a bad shot because not one bullet hit the kids. Like, he was that close to them. Like, some of you may have seen the clip or the surveillance footage of it happening, but he shot literally, like, they were very lucky not to have gotten shot and lucky to have not died from that. Cause look at how close he is. He was at point blank range shooting. And I think if my view is good, I think when he noticed that this guy noticed that he bumped into some kids and this guy was shooting, he was actually, I think, trying to shield the kids from getting shot, and he fell. And then this girl got up and shielded her brother. And then he ran off. So, yeah, this guy is absolute garbage. And then he already had a prior criminal history for the same thing. He was out on parole for the same damn thing that he's going to go right back into jail for. And because kids were involved, he's most likely going to get a longer jail sentence. But I'm glad they were able to catch this guy, and they said that he was definitely gang affiliated, and it could have been like a rivalry type of thing. And it's just, but that just shows you out here, people have no mercy whatsoever. He did not care that there were two kids that were around when he did what he did. All he thought about was getting his target and didn't even get that. And I think what made him run was when he finally realized that those other two people were kids, and he ran. But the damage was already done. But luckily, the kids are not hurt. That's really all that mattered in that moment. And shout out to the girl for shielding her brother, because I think they said she's 13 and he was 5. So shout out to her for doing that, because that was quick thinking on her part. You'll be surprised at the quick instincts of a lot of children nowadays. But that's just crazy. Anybody who lives in the New York area who is subscribed to me, can you let me know if you heard about this story or heard anything else about the story that I may not have incorporated into this video?